Okay, so we are now broadcasting live, in case you were curious. So if yeah, so I can switch it.
Okay, sweet.
So I presume the video will be whatever you see here, right? It's going to be what this looks like right now. So, if you were going to connect with someone, how do you envision that working now? Is someone going to be kind of talking them through the questions? Are they?
So what it's basically going to be, and I have a very rough, it's like started right now, and that's going to have it done by the weekend, but stuff came up. Pretty much like I'm going to give them like a prompt pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a prompt, and it's like it's just like a scenario, and it's a scenario, and they have a little bit of data, and I just ask them like from this data, like, and given this kind of given this memo, I want you to write a memo in response to it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of looking at the habits of the student, and we've broken them down to a population of students that have taken dedicated technical communications and students that haven't.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to compare kind of the differences between the two.
Okay.
Students that have taken the course before exhibit doing like these like 3 habits, and students that haven't taken it before like exhibit these like 3-4 pitfalls that a lot of dedicated communications courses try to veer students away from doing.
Okay.
So, that's the main purpose of having this, is so that we can kind of understand like what's happening like while the students are writing, and then we'll also have a final copy of the memo that students produce, or anything the writing that students produce.
How are you going to collect the memos? Things that they write. I have some ideas on that. If you don't,
I don't have really an idea right now. I was just kind of thinking, whatever a student is comfortable. It probably makes most sense to like. It makes sense to like, hey, if you're comfortable like writing something in Google Drive, you're most comfortable writing something in Word, like just go.
Yeah. So what you could do, I'm gonna let this keep recording as it's minimized, and we'll just kind of see what happens. So it wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, you would be in the same kind of ecosystem and everything. You could do Google form. It's just a really simple survey, right? So if oh, come on. So you could create a blank form where it will do things like, so maybe this is, all right. So this would obviously be a paragraph answer. So you could have them write something directly in here, respond to it like within. So, you say, you give them a prompt, right? You could say, okay, here's your prompt. You would probably want to add, this would be maybe like where's that? Forms, yeah. So
that
this is prompt 1. Please respond to the following questions. Blah blah. Right. So you could have something like this, and then maybe instead of them typing it in here, you could also just say, okay, I want you to type this in. You can do however you want. You could also have this as a file upload, so they could upload a Drive doc. They could, so when they come in here to this form, you can do multiple choice, but where did it go? Did I mess it up? Let's leave this page here. Oh, I didn't hit the continue button. So I can say only specific file types. So if you only wanted to accept PDF, whatever you wanted to do, but this would allow them to upload via a Word doc, but it also allow them to upload it via Google Drive docs, whatever they wanted to do. So if I come in here, so now it says add file. So if they go to add a file when they're testing this out, they get the same kind of thing that they get from Google. So they can upload a file from their computer, like a physical hard file, or they can do it from their own drive.
Okay.
Yeah. So they can upload a file however way they want. I don't think we have Qualtrics, which is like a professional software suite, but I don't think Qualtrics is going to integrate as seamlessly with Google stuff, as well as obviously Google Forms will.
Yeah,
so
I think that people are like comfortable with Google Forms as far as like student wise.
Yeah, and the other nice thing is that you have unlimited storage in Google Drive. So even if it came down to it and something weird was happening and they couldn't connect to this, if they know how to take a video of themselves, record themselves, they can upload a full-blown video file to this. Like they could upload a 5 gig video file and you're not going to run out of space. So like you have more option. I think you've got a little bit more flexibility to do this. And you could even just send them this questionnaire. So like I'm thinking about how this whole dynamic will work in terms of getting them on Hangouts and stuff like that. Let's say that you have a scheduled interview with someone at 11:30. At 11 o'clock, you could come in here. You could get into your Hangouts just like you are here. I could take this link, right? Or I could go to the ad person. I'm sorry. So you're going to have this link, right, for them to get access to it. And then I could come back to my form here, and I could say, please follow this link, right? So you could give them the Hangouts link. And then when they connect to that, you're there waiting. But then in this same document, they've also got the prompts that you're going to be having them respond to.
Okay.
So I mean, like you could,
please open this link in a tab, keep the questionnaire open, and then they just write.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that. You could send them the link to this Google form ahead of time.
Okay.
Right, but then you could tell them, don't. You could say.
Oh, and also, I think another thing is. If we have like any type of other questions, like we're also like looking like, gender, grade, all types of different, like what's your major? Because there's so many like different majors. So just having that on file. So
the cool thing about some of this too is you could say gender. So male, female, prefer not to say, whatever, right? And then I could do another one that is, what were some of the other questions that you have? You think?
Class year, and like major.
All right, so you could add those, and this obviously would be like a multiple choice or maybe it's a short answer, right? Whatever. Yeah. But the cool thing is whenever you have these questions like this, so you've got all these different kinds of questions in there. The nice thing too is when you go to responses, so any responses that you have, if you go here, you can view all your responses come in a spreadsheet. Right. And so you can, it's all in Google. You're not going to lose it. It's on a file that it's going to go on a flash drive and then get deleted, or flash drive gets washed in the washing machine or whatever. So it's also nice that you can throw all that, you can pull all that data into a spreadsheet really quickly and easily. So yeah, so there are a lot of different ways that we could kind of structure this and make this work for you, I think.
This looks good. I like this a lot. And then can we see how?
Yeah, we're still recording.
Sweet.
So let's stop broadcasting.